Good morning, good morning. I don't think anybody's on here yet. I don't see anybody having joined. But we are live. It is early in the States for a Saturday. 6:52 Central Time, which means all of my viewers outside of the United States, it's probably, mid-morning, early afternoon. I see 12 of you on here this morning. Welcome. Hello. And today is the day. Hello, Belgium. Today is the day that this network goes live. So we're going to do a little tour. Now, I have not configured the... I have not completely configured the cloud key yet. Now it is up and it has a base configuration on it, but I needed to do that so that I could get this access point up and going so that we could do this live stream. Hello, Sydney and India. Hey, Fairbury. Is in Fairbury, Illinois, Edward? Over by Bloomington? Hey, Chicago. What do you say? Cubs might win today. All right. Hey, New Zealand. Midnight there. All right, so let's start off. Let's do a little tour. Sorry for the shakiness, but let me know real quick. Does the video quality look good on this? Can somebody tell me? This is a new device I'm streaming from. Bought the latest generation. Hey, Ireland. I bought the latest generation iPod Touch to stream from. It'll do 1080. Video quality is very low. Okay, Dave. And that could have to do with several things. Let's see. All right, so we've got patch panel. Then we've got one UniFi switch, another UniFi switch. These are going to power multiple cameras, access points, phones. Then down here we've got a USG. Over here we've got the Ubiquiti NVR. Here's our cloud key. Here is a Sangoma phone system from Crosstalk Solutions. So yes, I do work with Chris quite extensively. We moved this, thanks Gert, have fun at the movies. Tim just pinged me. He'll be here in about an hour. So that means Tim's at home in his robe, drinking coffee. Hi, UK. Video isn't great, but okay. Alright, well, we are streaming live from on-site. And then down here is our UPS. We did move the rack up as a suggestion, or the shelf as a suggestion from someone else. So, this first access point will be mounted over here on the wall. Let's see. And I don't know if you can see, there's a camera mounted over there. That's the only camera that I'm going to show you. And then out in the shop area is another access point. So you can see that, oh, you know what? I bet that the video quality is a little low because I'm just using the natural lighting in this building. But all right, so what you can see is we came in after the electrician had been here and put these conduits in. So Monty did the best that he can. I haven't seen this, but there's a trough up here, and I don't know if you can see that. It's the cable's running through that trough. He's got them running back. It's everything's coming here. I think Monty did a fantastic job with the wiring. We've got a couple things that we've got to clean up. We've got a couple analog lines coming in from Comcast that we'll use, but you can see the cabling there in the back. The USG is the firewall for the entire network. So yeah, it is a little bit for security. I would never plug all this equipment directly into the Comcast modem. That would I would not feel good about that. And we've got our Go Juice down here this morning. So Monty went to get RJ11 ends, but I'd like to open up the questions. I can see from this side the questions, so I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna put this guy in the mount. Got a little tripod mount. Hey Abdullah. So you get a little bit of a better view here. All right, let's go ahead and open this up for questions. And you know what? Let me see if I can get into my live stream. Let's see here. Hey, there I am. All right, let's see. The chat's up there. So, hey, Australia. Let's see if I can move to the side here. Okay, why not go for the bigger USG, Dave asked. Well, the reason we don't have the big USG here is there are 5 phones, 5 computers, 2 access points, 5 cameras. Another question. We have an option between the USG and the Sonic Wall. Which one is great? Well, it's going to depend on your use case. I'm going to use the USG, and then for anything that I need to do as far as intrusion detection, intrusion prevention, I'm going to handle that with another Linux box. I don't always like putting that all on the same appliance. These are 250 watt switches. What size UPS did we use? We used, this is the Cyber Power, it's a 1500. I'm going to hop on the Wi-Fi. So I can unplug this cable and sit down in front of the camera and answer questions. Looks like we're connected to the Wi-Fi. Lost my stream for a second. Okay. Monty is going to be bringing a broom so that we can clean this all up. So, by the way, I'm Willie. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the live stream. Today is go live for this customer. Tim will be on his way here shortly. He's got that HP server. He does have video recorded. You are going to get that. I have one Synology downstairs. I'm recording a video on how to put that all together. So, we've got an HP Micro Windows 2016 server here. The data sits one copy there, right? So the goal of this is to have 3 copies of the data, one on the server. Then nightly we will back that up from the server to the local Synology, and then the local Synology will do an off-site replication to the other Synology. So the data will be in 3 places. We will have 50 restore points, maybe 60. We'll have to see what our storage allows. Let's see. If you want to open it up for questions, there's 54 of you. Welcome. I know in the States it's a little early. Around the world, somebody said in New Zealand it's about midnight. Last night I did a hot migration of a UniFi controller from AWS to DigitalOcean, and it went well. I just talked to the gentleman. It's another professional that's starting a consulting company that I work with. He's out in Boston, and I moved that controller for him, and he had, I'll bet you there's 24 sites on that controller, and only 2 devices haven't called back home. So looks like he's online. He just pinged me about 7 minutes ago. All right, are there any more questions? Open it up. Now's your chance, because once Monty gets back with the RJ11s and Tim gets here, the time for questions will may have passed for a while. It'll be a while because there's going to be a lot of scuffle around here, and we are going to go live as long as the device we're watching on has power. And now I say I'm watching this live stream, and I'm seeing this live stream in 720. So hopefully it's straightening out for everybody else. You know, there's a lot of things I think on the live stream. It's dependent on bandwidth on both sides. Our side where we're broadcasting from, and you know where you're receiving the video. Is there? Hey Tim, if you can hear me, is there chat happening and I'm not seeing it? The last thing I see in the chat here is where you put Stefan asterisk. Nothing? Okay, so apparently I was having an issue. All right, hello Netherlands. Okay, why don't they use the 10G uplinks for stacking? So right now on the edge switch line, stacking has been suspended. I know they're working on it. I've heard there may be upgrades in the future, but as of now, stacking has been suspended. We are not using the fiber uplinks here yet. That will be our next step. Hi, Germany. Yep, and Dave is absolutely right. The 24-port switches only have a 1 gig SFP port. Hi, Sweden. Hi, Netherlands. Somebody said that the, Stefan said that the Sophos appliances are great. I actually do have, people have really been pinging me wanting to see the, there's an ISO, there's a free version you can download from Sophos to run at home. And I have a UniFi application server Pro at home. You're going to get to see that. We'll open the lid. Now mine did come from the beta program, so once that's released to the wild, the specs are likely to be different. And but I run ESXi on there, so we're going to spin a lot of these things up in virtual machines. And I see somebody else is here. Let's see. I have looked at Smoothwall. I am a huge open source advocate. It's early. Hi, Argentina. Let's see. Is that Monty? Monty, we are live on the internets.
Then this is not Monty.
Everybody, Monty just showed up.
For the second time.
For the second time. He had to go get RJ11s. What do you do with VLANs and QoS on this setup? So voice over IP will get its own VLAN, the cameras will get their own VLAN, and data will have their own VLAN. And then we will take a look at the quality of service. We may have to tweak that afterwards. Hey, Dre. I was just talking about our conversion that we did from AWS to DigitalOcean.
Does Dre have his PhD? Is he a doctor?
Monty wants to know, Dre, if you have your PhD, if you are a doctor. Don't worry, nobody forgot about Dre.
Oh.
Alright.
I got you Velcro too.
Oh, we got Velcro. So, one
More expensive
thing.
than I was hoping.
Well, we were limited. Alright, so I'm going to move this a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so right here is our cloud key. And you can see we've got this guy, I like to call these shorty shorts. Not like Daisy Dukes, but like a 1-foot cable, right? And so what we're planning to do is we're going to tuck that and we're going to Velcro the cloud key to the bottom of this switch. And before we do that, we actually want to know what you think about us Velcroing that to the bottom of that switch. Edward says, morning, Monty.
Hey. I'm not going to make more jokes about other people's names. It's okay.
Tim, Monty's jokes are funnier than your dad jokes. Sorry to tell you that.
I wouldn't say that.
Are the patch? Have you heard Tim's dad jokes?
Tim's dad jokes get in depth.
They are way worse than mine.
Which makes them better.
Let's see. So somebody said that this is Tom, said that he used Velcro and it overheated. Had to unplug it loads of times to get it back working.
That's a...
If we Velcro it, we will lose a U. Stephen says I'd put it on the rack riser.
Then we can't use our shorty shorts.
Then we can't use our shorty shorts. Dustin says, Monty, shouldn't the cats be there helping with the install?
I'd lose my cats. I wouldn't know where they'd go. Plus, you guys would be annoyed by the bells.
Every time they have to go potty, Monty's got them ringing a bell.
Oh, that's such... They don't eat outside, or they don't go to the bathroom outside.
Oh yeah, you probably have a litter box. That's why I don't have cats. My dog's intelligent enough to go to the door when it's got to go to the bathroom.
Right, my cat doesn't require me taking it out.
Yeah, but your cat's also plotting to kill you.
Well...
And eat you.
If I ran out of food, you bet your ass I'd eat it too.
Let's see. Dave says, what if you Velcro it to the left side of the switch on the front? So, Dave, are you talking about...
Right here,
are you talking about over here, Dave? Does the rack have a cross member? If so, put it there. Yes, Alex, you do see a USG from Ubiquiti. This is a complete Ubiquiti network. Unless a customer asks for something else, we are Ubiquiti across the board. Although I will tell you that for point-to-point products, I've had contact with a couple other companies, so you're going to be pleasantly surprised at some of the YouTube videos coming in the future. James says, I'd stick another 1U shelf in and put the USG on it with the cloud key next to it. So this shelf that we've got here, Tim is supposed to be coming with the server. He's watching a live stream, so I don't know.
Tim, you better not be driving right now.
I hope Tim's not driving. And put the USG on it with the cloud key. So the USG, we went back and forth on this. We were like, well, we can put it on the server with the Synology, but we think that it looks pretty cool and the airflow is okay. We've been looking at this. We had it powered on, seeing what our heat's like. We think the USG is going to be okay, and the UniFi video on top of the Sangoma box. Somebody said use a tie wrap and mount it to the mounting holes on the side.
That would look weird.
So you're talking like over here?
Well, if we put it on the inside, that might not look bad. Yeah, this thing is getting a little toasty by itself.
But is it the NVR?
Yeah, I don't know.
So Monty just said, and
what?
I don't have my infrared thermometer with me, otherwise we'd hit that guy.
I kind of like that.
You kind of like that?
Yeah. Good idea about what.
So this is where we think that we are going to. We think we're going to do this. Monty said that the cloud key itself is actually getting a little toasty. So
We'll let that just hang for a little bit.
mine at home. Don't yell about the hanging cloud key.
It weighs.
It's safe. This thing's light. It's like a pack of gum. Why don't we use a cloud-hosted PBX? That is not what the customer requested, and I am, after some conversation with the customer, I am not going to force the customer into something that I wouldn't do myself. So we have an on-premise PBX so that if the internet goes down, the phones will still work. So, I mean, we are still working off a cable in this area. There's no fiber to this building yet. I don't think there's any fiber in this area as far as I know.
I know i3's right over there.
Are they right over here? So, let's see. Where is the backup? Where is backup? I don't know what backup you're talking about. So yeah, so Monty's going to mount the cloud key. He is going to zip tie this guy right over here. I'm fumbling here. Like this. I think that looks pretty good.
I think it looks good too.
So,
whoever suggested that, good job.
Whoever suggested mounting the cloud key with a zip tie to the rail, thumbs up there. Why the USG and not the Edge Router Lite? So the UniFi platform is getting better all the time. This customer has no requirements that the UniFi solution cannot currently handle. So that is why we went UniFi, single platform, and we don't know how much management we're actually going to be doing after the install, so I need to make sure that I keep it simple. That way, if I do get a call and the customer needs to be walked through something that's not something that I've configured through the command line, keep it simple. That way, if we're not here to manage it, somebody can still take care of it. Have I watched Alex's UniFi network video on TechFlow? If you are talking about Mars Bar gaming, yes. And we've interacted a little bit via Twitter. I have watched his video, and I think he just inked a deal with Ubiquity, probably to do some marketing stuff, I'd imagine, kind of like Linus does. So, we'll have to see how that works out. Good luck to him. He did a good video, man. He's got high energy all the time, and I think content creation is his full-time gig. My full-time gig is picking packets apart, running departments, building awesome networks, and so you can see the difference in my content versus content from people who that's what they do for a living. Now my stuff's getting more polished. I would think if you look back 1 year ago, we've come a long way.
You have audio now.
Yeah, we have audio.
And
so, my stuff will continue to get better, but my stuff will always probably tend to be more technical, and we will get into more, deep dive things and stuff like that.
All right, I'm gonna go.
But yes, Alex did a wonderful job. High energy. Have you watched him?
No.
He did this install in his flat or his house over it. I think he's in England, and yeah, he's high energy. I think you get a kick out of him.
I'm gonna go cable the other end of the phones.
Okay. How do you install Let's Encrypt SSL? I don't. So I can, and I've had enough people reach out. I think I am going to do that video.
I'll be back.
Okay. That is so. Oliver Quinn just said he asked Ubiquity, must have been support, how to install.
I know where this is going.
How to install the Let's Encrypt, and they pointed him to me. So, okay, I will do the video. Within the next 2 weeks, I will do a Let's Encrypt video. Tom's Tech. Hi, Willie. What's the Blue 1U box doing in the rack? This is a Sangoma phone system that we purchased from Crosstalk Solutions. John, why two 24-port switches rather than one 48-port? I like the 48-port with 6-inch patch cables, no management, and so pretty. So, John, originally, when this network build first started and we ordered the first batch of equipment, you know that Ubiquiti equipment is economical enough that we can always afford to have one sitting on the shelf somewhere in case one goes down. So one of these was originally going to be a spare, and then Monty got on site, started working with the owner after we originally designed the network, and then we decided we wanted to add more cameras and things like that. So now we're actually spilling into the second switch, and I'm not going to return the switches and then put a 48-port in. I mean, we'll just at some point when the customer upgrades, we may recommend going to a single switch. Depending on the usage and things like that, I'm always not a fan of having a single switch, so we'll have to see how that works out. Every case is a little different. Somebody says, I remember the no audio videos. Thought you was a kid then, LOL. Yeah, I'm actually going back and I'm going to redo those no audio videos. I was actually reprimanded by somebody calling me an idiot because he thought there was something wrong with his computer because there was no audio. Let's see. Hey, David Stahl. Nice to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. Let's see. How is internet connection in their building? Let me do a speed test. We are on Comcast Business, not Xfinity, which is more of the home product. Let me pull up a speed test. And I'm going to begin the test. Selecting the best server based on ping. And I'm on the Wi-Fi right now. We're live streaming, and internet speed is 90. Let's see, it's still climbing. By the way, the UAP that I'm connected to is not optimally placed. It's laying flat on the top of this rack, blasting into the ceiling, and I'm down here. Yes, there are some lobes and things like that. So my download speed was 94.33 megabits per second, and upload looks like it is coming in at 21.6 megabits per second. K. DeJong, spanning tree is enabled by default on the UniFi switches. Hey, Jamaica. You want to buy me and the wife and Monty and Tim and his wife plane tickets? We'll come down to Jamaica. We'll live stream networking from Jamaica. What is my opinion about MikroTik products? I think MikroTik has its place. One device that I'm really interested to get my hands on is a Map Lite. Every time I go to order one, they are sold out. So if anybody has a Map Lite and they want to see me do a video on it, email me and I'll give you my mailing address and we'll do it up.
You just want me to throw one per phone number there on the wall?
I'm sorry, say that again, Monty.
One line per phone number there on the wall.
One line per phone on the wall.
Yeah, you have the phone number jacks that they left open?
Yep. Yeah, it should be one pair of conductors per box.
Okay. Just didn't know if we were going back into the back of their modem. Wasn't sure.
Okay, let's see. Jay Williams, Willie, it's way too early. Well, I've been awake since 3:30 a.m. Central Time. Let's see. Are you supposed to trunk the UniFi APs to get guest VLAN on them? Okay, so here's the deal. When you have a USG and you have a UniFi switch, when you create multiple networks, so your first network has no VLAN tag, which is VLAN 1, and it's untagged. Then the next network you create on LAN 1 you want to give it a VLAN tag. So you could use 2, 3, 4, up to 4,095. And by default, once you create that network with that VLAN, every port essentially on these UniFi switches is now a trunk port because everything is getting tagged automatically. It's really nice that the way that they do it. It kind of makes us lazy as admins, because then when we go to other products, we actually have to go ahead and tag those ports and create those trunk ports. Where did we get the rack? Everything here was purchased through Amazon. By the way, I did find out, Tim Bear said he's leaving. He's still giving thumbs up. So, Tim, where's the server? Why you no server? What IP you use on the router for real? And then somebody's asking, can I provide PBX MAC ID? Not going to give any of that information away. Do you think UniFi will enable DPI content filtering in the next update? Also, when will dual WAN with failover spillover be working? Oliver, I cannot give you an honest answer to those questions because I don't know. So go check out community.ubnt.com. If you don't have an account, go sign up. You can not only get current releases, then you can go in and sign up for the beta program, and you could go in and read. The thing is, I'm so busy during the day, I try to keep up. I manage a lot of UniFi equipment every day. Not only for clients, not only in my lab, but for my day job. And so I have to go out there occasionally, but there is so much going on with Ubiquiti as a company right now that it is really hard to keep up. So I could probably spend all day tomorrow cruising the community, just keeping up on what happened on there today. So a lot of good information out there, a lot of helpful folks. Somebody said I would not be excited about Ubiquiti doing content filtering. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that they've got the right team together. I think that the team is very dynamic. I think Chris over there, that came from PF Sense, I think he's a fantastic programmer, and I know he's got his hands on some of that stuff. My friend David is here. He works over in support. I talked to a lot of the UniFi guys. I really think they've got a great, solid team. And I really do. I'm going to say this again. As far as enterprise networking goes, I believe this is the year that they take over Cisco. So, is there a rack fan? Yes, it is in the top. Oh, Tim got stopped by a train. Tim, there was a train on my way here too, so... Do you think we should buy Ubiquiti stock before the August 3rd earnings report? I am not the person to give you financial advice. When I do buy stocks, a friend of mine actually just asked me to get into a pool for Snapchat stock. It's a very low investment, $250 US. I'm thinking about doing it because I remember when Facebook went public, it had its issues, and now look where it's at. So I don't know, I'm still thinking about that, but I will tell you, if I had the money to buy Ubiquiti stock, I would be in, and I have that conversation frequently on the phone with people. There is no reason that these switches can't support IP phones. There's no reason at all. They provide PoE. We can do some quality of service. What's that?
I sent you the picture of the color scope.
Oh, perfect. What kind of phones do we use? These are Sangoma phones to match the Sangoma system. No, Daniel, the blue device is a Sangoma phone system. Morning, Sean. Is the device enable Skype? So, Ala Hakabar, is asking for network information because they say they want to hack us. He, she, they. I don't know if this is a collective or what, but
It's too close to Allahu Akbar.
so Monty is going to refrain from making any jokes about anything with that. Good morning, Belgium. Is the cloud key worth it? Stable. I love the cloud key. I got these things all over the place. I'm going to sit down and answer some questions, Monty.
I guess.
Chris, do we know what model Sangoma phones we're using?
No clue.
We haven't taken them out of the box yet.
Oh, you want me to go grab one?
Yeah, why not?
All
so
right,
Monty's
back
now
up.
going to go. You guys are going to start asking Monty questions.
Oh God, I don't know anything.
Monty, you know a lot. We appreciate Monty. Monty does good work. Do you know if there are plans to integrate any sort of native content filtering into the UniFi line? I think Tom from Tom's Tech did say, and I think I saw something mentioned in the beta forum. I don't want to get real in depth into this. It's something that you should go read and see what the actual Ubiquiti employees are putting out there. I don't want to misspeak. There are 96 of you watching. Good morning. Is that the UPS at the bottom? Yes. This is the CyberPower 1500 kVA. Hey, Dave. Good morning, or good evening, Christopher. And you guys are getting an awesome shot of this bald spot that I got going on here. All right, here's the Sangoma phone. Am I hiring? No, I am not hiring, but I am forming strategic partnerships. So if that's something you're interested in, please email me. The thing is, I don't do the consulting full time at this point in my life. So these are S500 desk phones. See that? That's funny. Jonathan said, more worried about what's inside that head than on it, LOL. I agree with that. It was funny. A guy that I work with at my day job thought he, him and I, we're friendly enough and everything, but he likes to make jokes, and we were walking by one of senior management one day, and he asked when they were going to get rid of me, and the person in senior management said when they can figure out how to extract everything from my head. So I mean, I appreciate those comments. Tom, Willie, question. For client installs, do you do one controller for all so you can fix manage their network? So some I host on my controller and some I host on site. This one is hosted on site but will be connected to a Ubiquiti account. Monty's going to put the phone together here. Is that a branded Yealink phone? I don't know.
Keith's here.
Hey, Keith.
How you doing?
Good. Just let you know we're live streaming real quick.
All right.
Things are looking good. Tim's on his way with the server.
Awesome.
And the owner of the company just showed up. A fantastic guy, letting us live stream from his site. A lot of people may not allow that, but he's a pretty cool guy. So, if you don't know, coming soon there is a new DNS record. I think it's a CAA or a CCA, a CAA record, where you're going to be able to limit who can actually issue certificates for your domain. I believe that's coming here in the next few months, so I'll be doing a full blog right up on that. Go over to h5technology.com. There's now a blog link up there. Started blogging. We'll have affiliate links over there, of course, the contact us form, and we'll be doing a video on that because a lot of people may get caught with their pants down on that, so we'll see what happens. Tom, what's the server going to be doing? It's going to be a domain controller, Windows domain controller, DNS, and DHCP. What does the company do? This company that we're at, they make money. They don't like literally like print the money, but they do things to get, you know, they exchange goods and services for dollars. That's a good way to put it, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Will you have a failover DC or just one? So for now, we are only going to have the one DC. We will have the Synology on site, so we have a backup of the files. If something goes down, we will be able to access those from the Synology. Sean says the company makes hot wings. Man, if this company made hot
That'd be
wings,
so good.
oh man,
It'd be here a lot more.
it would be here a lot more. Can you call me now? Now is not the optimal time to call. All right. Any more questions? We're going to be live for about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to sign off so that we can finish this network and get out of here this morning. How is the temperature in this server room? So there is actually an AC duct about 5 feet from me blowing AC in this direction. So it is not going to be much warmer here than it is anywhere else in the building. Monty, do you prefer Keystone or regular patch panels?
I'm split. I probably prefer. Yeah. Oh, I was looking at the things. I probably prefer patch panels, but that's just because I haven't done much with Keystone patch panels. Variably, it's probably a lot better considering they're easier to swap if for some reason it goes bad. So I eventually, if it was a larger scheme, I'd probably do Keystone patch panels. Probably, or also because you could just get the tool to punch them. But then again, you can also get a tool to punch 5 patch at once, and that makes a really loud gunshot noise. So that's really cool. So it depends.
Glenn wants to know, when are we starting our WISP videos? That will be this year. That is coming. We have all the infrastructure videos. I was hoping that the company that was supposed to bring fiber to our town would have it there so that we could actually build this thing out live. So we will start, the first few videos will lay the foundation, like what tools did I use for planning, what resources did I use for planning, who are the people that I've talked to, things like that. I've got a whole spreadsheet that I developed that tells me based on, my inbound bandwidth, how many customers I have to break even, what kind of equipment do I have. I mean, I have everything down to nuts and bolts listed on this, so that we know down to the penny as much as possible, what our out-of-pocket expense is going to be to start. Tom, every network is different. What do we do to celebrate a complete install? Send the invoice.
Yeah. We're pretty busy.
What are your thoughts on auto voice over IP on edge switches? I haven't used it. I have used auto voice over IP on Cisco switches, and it seems to work okay as long as the phones kind of match the settings. But everything that I've done on the edge switch has been manually configured. Hey, Jason. All right, 5 more minutes left in the live stream here. So get those questions in. Tim should be here anytime. Actually, we won't sign off until Tim gets here. We want everybody to see Tim. So keep those questions coming in. So we're going to live stream this till Tim gets here. Our battery backup situation. This is a 1500 kVA. So here's the Sangoma phone. You can see this is extension 205.
Are the ties over there?
What ties?
Zip ties?
I don't see zip ties.
I think they might be in my car then.
Sean says, Willie, get that network done and enjoy the weekend. Are you nearsighted or farsighted? Yes. I need to go. I need to go back. I'm just afraid that they're going to put me in bifocals, possibly trifocals.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, you can't.
So you should probably go back.
You can't get any cool glasses, when unless you get the no line. But then getting sunglasses is really expensive. All right. Anything else? Keith, was that Keith? Did Keith just take off?
I think so.
All right. So, to reiterate, up here we've got patch panel, UniFi 24 port 250 watt switch. Patch panel, UniFi 250 watt 24 port switch. We've got the USB 3, the NVR Sangoma phone system, cloud key. There's a shelf for the server and the Synology. Oh, you want to grab the Synology real quick?
Where's it at?
It's down on that stand-up desk.
It's always down.
Do we use a naming scheme for the switches? Yes, it will be.
I was gonna make a joke. Yep, switch 1, switch
Well,
2.
it's literally going to be client name dash switch 1, client name dash switch 2. Switch 1, switch 2. Do you have an external drive on the NVR? No, we do not have an external drive. We're using the 500 gig. This is limited to 5 cameras. How many clients will this network have? There's going to be more infrastructure devices than clients. I think we've got 5 phones, which
There's
means
a lot of expansion, though.
Yeah, we have room for expansion. They're going to try doing a lot of things wirelessly in the back, and it's really cool. Once the building gets finished, I'll see if the owner will let us come back and do a live stream of the building completed. But you know, we'll have to see how that goes. I think the wireless is going to work just fine. We're using pros, and I mean, we're talking like 8 wireless devices, so I think we're going to be in good shape. This is not like an HD type situation. So Monty's got the Synology. This guy's got the hard drives. The one that's going to be off site, I'm going to do a video on that. That'll get posted yet this weekend. So Monty's going to get this guy fired up, and when Tim gets here, the Windows server will sit right next to that. You'll get to see all that. We're not going to cut off yet. What UAPs are we using? Where's the other Pro? Are they both up there?
No, one's sitting up there.
Yeah. I've got it powered on. That's how we're... Oh, so Monty actually has the other one mounted, and this guy, I don't know if we can see this dangling here. This is the one that's actually connecting the camera for the live stream and the laptop where we're answering questions. And it's going to get mounted to the left of the rack. So we did get some Velcro, which apparently we're not going to use now. There's some RJ11s that Monty bought because we do have POTS lines that are going to be terminating into the Sangoma system. If you've never crimped Cat5, here's a pair of ideal crimpers, and this is the exact, this is not my pair, this is Monty's pair, but these are very common in the field. You see a lot of people carrying this model. And mine is probably 15 years old.
Yeah, mine's not pretty old, too.
Do you use server or monitoring tools? So we'll have to talk to Tim about what he did for the server 2016. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to be...
gets here.
Yeah, whenever Tim gets here.
I'm joking.
I'm not going to be managing that server. If there's a problem, I will be dealing with the infrastructure, but alerts will be set up so we will know if something goes offline.
You going to plug this in?
I think we should flip it around.
Wait, I was just making it look cool.
Did you patch all the 24 before mounting the switches or after? Monty is a structured cabling guru. And you can't really see it that well, but in the back, there is a service loop, and anytime that you're running cable, if you are working with somebody who's running cables and they're not leaving you a service loop, call Monty. He will, if you're within driving distance, how far will you drive from Peoria, Illinois for a gig?
It depends on how much they're going to pay me.
So if you want to fly us to Jamaica,
yeah,
Monty will come down.
Service loops for you.
Yeah, well, the rum has to wait until after.
I don't.
Well,
drink,
he doesn't drink.
You can drink all the rum.
I can have all the rum, and he can put service loops in your cables. But seriously, if you've got a cabling vendor who is not leaving service loops, you need to have a real serious talk with them. Also, if you're not getting documentation, you need to be having a real serious talk. What you can't see is there is a 3 to 5 foot service loop in the back
You've got pictures
of this.
you can post if you want.
Yeah, I do have some pictures that'll be posted on my Twitter and Instagram later. But if Monty, for some reason, needs to add more to this, he can literally unscrew it, and there's enough room for him to.
You want me to tilt the camera back so they can see the top?
The top.
Yeah, up there.
Oh yeah, I think they saw it at the beginning. Yeah. So for some reason, when we're moving around, we're not stationary. We drop to a lower definition.
That's weird.
It is weird. So Monty is very good at this, and so if he needs to put more of these in there, it's not going to be an issue.
Oh yeah.
When you make cables, do you make them with boots? Do you prefer tennis shoes or boots?
Sandals, actually.
Sandals. He makes them with sandals.
I don't think I put boots on them, do I? I don't know.
Did you plug the LAN in, or are you still waiting for me?
No, LAN's still in. You plugged it in.
All right, so check this out.
Oh, you didn't plug it in.
I don't want to go in front. You want to fish this through?
Yeah.
People will scream at us, what are you doing?
No, they'll just scream. They won't say anything.
So
where do you want to go?
let's come through here for now.
Okay.
And I have no idea where Tim's going to want to plug the server in.
I'm going to clean all this up after we
This,
get on.
yeah, after this live stream's over, I mean, we're doing this for your benefit.
It looks ugly.
So we got a link light there. Can I do a video on UniFi Hotspot 2.0? Yes. Hello, Ukraine, to our fans in Ukraine.
The Ukraine.
Tim is less than 10 minutes out. He is at a stoplight. And looks like Anna Kitty Cat has joined us. She joins so many live streams, and I am going to block Anna.
Why are you blocking Anna?
Her name is Anna Pussy.
Okay.
Yeah. So you automatically understand why we're blocking her.
You probably didn't have to spell the whole thing out, but all right.
For those of you who can spell well, you know what that was. So, have you run into issues with the UBNT in VR losing IP connectivity, needing a power cycle to come back up? Currently only has 2 cameras. No, I have not run into that, but I have run into connection issues with the cloud service, and I actually think that it is the Verizon boxes that I use, but we're going to do upgrades to the latest version that's out. I think it's 3.7.3. There is a 3.8 beta out. We're not going to go to that in the field and see if that new 3.7.3 update takes care of those cloud connection issues. Why not 148 port switch? Because the network was pretty much planned until Monty started pulling cable and got on site. We had to add some expansion, and one of these switches was going to be purely backup. Maybe in the future when we upgrade, we'll go to a 48 port switch.
Yeah.
I don't know, but so right now, if one of these switches fail, we could reconfigure and get them up and going. You know, we'd have to say, well, what don't you want plugged in? But they wouldn't be completely down. If we had one 48 port switch and it went down, we'd be SOL.
Like I said, a lot of room for expansion, so theoretically we could just be running off of one right now, but then they wouldn't have everything else going, if possible.
Let's see. Somebody said that I've had an issue with the NanoStation M5 losing connectivity when not using an unmanaged switch. It sucks. That's weird. That's totally weird. We'd have to look at the whole setup to see what's going on there.
That is weird, though.
So you can see that if you're interested, the Synology is DS216SE, and you're going to get to see a setup video on that. It's not going to be live, but it will happen. Yes, we will be taking advantage of those SFP ports at some point. Right now, there's a 1-foot patch cable between the switches. This is not done. We are going live today.
Is this our last day here on the stream?
What's that?
Is this going to be our last day?
No, I think we'll do a follow-up stream after a while and see how things are going, see if we can do a tour of the back, show people how the wireless is configured, how we did the channels, how we did the signal, and kind of give them some real-world tips and tricks about configuring some of those things. Now the cable for the cloud key is this shorty short, not this shorty short. And Monty is soon to be. That thing is still hot, even just
Yeah.
So I mean, it is passively cooled, so it's going to run a little warm. We have 118 people that want to watch us do this. How awesome is that?
It's crazy.
It is crazy. Thank you to everybody. We love you guys. Hey, where's the restroom in this joint?
Straight back left.
Straight back left. You want to answer some questions while I run to the restroom?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so take it easy on Monty. Monty has not slept in a little while.
All night.
All night.
I'll be a second. I'm gonna finish this first.
Oh,
What's that?
real quick before I head downstairs, just so you know, we gave away a Natool, and here's the Natool boxed up. I'm going to drop this in the post. This is for Steve Pepin over in California. So this guy's going out today. You should have it by the end of the week. Once we hit 12, 13, and 14,000 at each of those 1,000 subscriber milestones, I do have a Natool to give away. Pocket Ethernet, I've been talking to them. If you use a Pocket Ethernet tool, they are sending out a unit for me to evaluate. And then there's a NetPi 2 that I'm going to evaluate. Got some digital signage videos coming as well. I'm going to use the restroom. Monty's going to take over for a minute.
Wow. How's it going? I'm probably gonna not be nearly as vocal as Willie. He can talk for a bit. I'm not as vocal. How's it going, Daniel?
Answer questions, Monty.
Yeah, as soon as they ask them. Not much. Apologize for the crappy beard. It's not working. I don't know if it's gonna work. Just debating that. No, I'm not. 21. I'm 21. I'm turning 22 about a month from now. These shorty shorts make everything look gross. I've been running cable for probably 5 or 6 years. I mean, as a job for the past 4 or 5. But, hey, Tim. Tim's here. As a job for the, 4 or 5, but before that, just as, just school stuff. And, no, I can't speak German, sorry. Currently, well, yeah, we generally do color code our patch panels. I don't think we have too much differential on this one. I'm not sure if Willie started for that, so I don't know if we're doing it with this build, but with bigger builds, we 100% would color code everything. Hey, Tim.
What's up, Monty?
Not much.
That yawn that Monty does,
Tim
that
too.
yawn you just heard,
Yeah,
that
that's
is a
weird.
fake yawn when Monty is not
What's up?
interested or he's trying to figure
That's
out
not
what to do
true.
next.
It's not because I'm
He
not
does that
interested.
all the time. That is a fake yawn.
I didn't realize it was a fake yawn until you said that, but it's not disinterest. It is breaking tension.
I don't know what to do. Drink some Mountain Dew. All right, everybody. So Tim's here. Tim, you want to?
I'm gonna get out of frame.
Everybody's been asking where that server video is. You want to? The lens for the camera is right here. You can see the live stream right here.
You got 20% battery left.
20%. So, the second server video, I have a 3-month-old, I have a 2.5-year-old, I have a wife, I have a full-time job, and I don't have a whole lot of time to do videos. So,
He likes to sleep more than I do.
yeah, this is true. You know, he goes to bed at midnight and wakes up at 3:30.
It's insane.
I go to bed
He's
at
insane.
11 and I sleep until my 3-month-old wakes up and decides she wants a bottle. So, and then I go back to sleep. So yeah, it is coming. I do have some video shot. I just haven't done any editing, put it together at all. So there's all of that. I may just send Willie the raw video and let him do all the editing.
That'll work.
So
before people get into it, I know they're going to notice, because people on the internet are awesome, and they notice all kinds of things. You'll notice Tim.
Oh, I thought he was going to put up my UBN t-shirt.
No. So Tim wears an Apple Watch, and I wear the Pebble. Monty doesn't wear a watch.
That's true.
Tim's watch will be supported till the end of time. Mine, thanks to Fitbit, and obviously company mismanagement by Pebble, is no longer supported. So when this guy dies, and yes, I have a Mario watch face on it. When this guy dies, looks like I'm going the way of the Apple Watch.
And my watch never runs out of batteries.
The one you don't wear?
The one I don't wear.
Oh, that's true. So, all right, so let's do this unboxing video here.
Monty, somebody said just to give your beard some time. We've given it almost a year.
No. This isn't a year. This is like 2.5 months.
We did No Shave November, and it was.
I've shaved since then.
But it was No Shave November was
Oh
like.
God! It was like I didn't. It was like I stopped for a week.
Where does the POTS connect to the Sangoma? So while Tim is unboxing that, if you can see, there's an FXO card. So FXS means station. The S means station. O means office, as in central office. So an FXS card connects you to analog phones. FXO connects you to the central office. This is a 4-port FXO card, and we are going to plug the analog lines into this card right here. Where did you get the t-shirt? So once upon a time, Ubiquity used to have swag on the store for sale, but Tim actually posted a story about how after I told him about Ubiquity, he converted the network at his day job over to Ubiquity access points, and they sent him some swag.
Yeah, they sent me an old, let's think it is AC access point and the t-shirt for switching over all my stuff to a much better product for a much better price. So
yeah, we pulled the Cisco out of there.
Yeah.
And when you hear me talk about the 90 camera NVR system, that is actually the system that I built that is at Tim's day job.
And it works fantastic.
It's all Ubiquity. There's a big Dell server on the front end, but other than that, everything is Ubiquity. The switches, the whole bit. And we are actually, what week is this? What is today?
The 28th?
So today is
29.
Saturday, July 29th, the year of our Lord 2017. In, was it 3 weeks? We're ripping out the FortiNets, the FortiGates.
Yeah, as soon as he gets the...
Yeah, in 3 weeks, Tim will be FortiNetless, FortiGateless, and Edge Router 8 Pro is taking over the head into his network. We're pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yep. So we're going to do IPsec, L2TP, Road Warrior VPN that's going to authenticate against Active Directory. It's going to be pretty nice.
Yeah, I am stoked. I can't wait to get that finished up and that FortiGate, Forti crap out of my network.
Right. Somebody asked why we're not doing SIP. Internally it's SIP, and I'm sure once it hits the Comcast ATA, that it is SIP, but this is the customer moved equipment from one facility to another, and in order to stay away from Comcast awesome customer support, we decided to just keep the existing configuration.
All right, where am I plugging this thing in?
Oh, bottom.
Into the
you
back
want
of the
mine
center.
Yeah, I can
Take care
plug
of
it
that for
in.
you.
Yeah, since you know where everything's sitting there. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I was looking
So
at
here are the desk phones.
What do you got going
I'm
on
also
here?
trying to talk Tim into going to a voice over IP system, and he could end up being my largest UVP installation if I can get him there.
It's, we're talking the boss into it at this point. He likes our old POTS lines and
Yeah.
keeping everything
Yeah, I get it.
everything around.
I'm
So
gonna keep it clean. We just set it
sure.
over there. Yeah. Power and surge protection. Cyber Power 1500 kVA. So, hello 107 of you. We love all of
Nice.
you. There will be affiliate links and information down in the description after the live stream is over. So you'll be able to use those Amazon affiliate links, keep a few bucks rolling in. I can't wait to show you some of the products. I'm trying to keep it under under wraps. I'm really excited, but we're going to be doing some pretty awesome things, like how to port your fax line over to Google Voice and keep it, things like that. UB&T cameras and phones, any good? I like them. It's the only camera that I use at the moment, unless the customer needs some sort of, my wife wants to know. If my wife happens to be watching, or my son, if my wife wants to know, can I swing by Great Harvest Bread Company and get a loaf of high-fi fiber bread? They called, and they still have some as of right now. So yeah, I gotta get that.
Can't find the last power port.
What's that?
Can't find it.
6, yeah. Can't find the 7 one. There's 7, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We might be going and getting a.
Yeah, there should be.
Is there one over here?
No, I thought there might be, but I think there's just the ports for alert. Unfortunately, the back's a bit difficult to take off. Otherwise, I would.
So these guys are going to get the server hooked up. The server is here. Let's put it on the shelf real quick, and we'll take care of the power. We are going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. We've got a couple hours, and we need to get this all done. And
It's nice.
you know, we So look at this. This looks really, really nice. And so we want to thank all of you for being here. As soon as this stream is over, I'll put all the information. Follow on Twitter and Instagram. Give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And we will see you in the next video.